Okay, time for a model update on the Porsche. So, let's see what I have here. Talk about this. So the chassis is done. And the engine is in. The wheels are in. The front wheels do steer a little bit without me ripping them off. And there's the interior, which basically just fits on a plate and four posts and holes in there, and that holds it right in and just went right on. And since there's not a lot of detail painting on the bottom, it's all flat, so it's pretty much ready to go. The body continues, and I've been putting these windows in. You got to put in like one a day because you can't touch the car after you put it in there. There's no groove, or you can see how this one has a gap in it, but there's no groove or exact place to put the windows. So you really, it's almost like an old style 60s, 70s AMT kit where you just wander around with the piece until you find it looks good. Because I'm surprised that Tamiya did it. I know this is an old Tamiya kit, but I'm just surprised that they give you no help in putting those windows in there. Nothing to line up. And of course you're trying to put glue on it and not get it on the glass. So it's frustration. And I don't know. I've already knocked a couple of the windows out a couple times already, and then had to do it again. So it's like every single day, So now I have to. I also noticed that I'm ready to put the headlights in, and there's a headlight bucket. The inside of the headlight bucket will be chrome. So I painted it. First, I painted it silver. And then I started looking at it, and I was going to put one in here, and then I noticed that it has an edge on the edge of the bucket, meaning it doesn't go from behind. It's not installed behind and the inside. It's installed from the front on the outside, and there's a ridge, around it. And I couldn't leave that silver because it says painted silver, but you got to remember the illustration on the box is silver, like the whole 959 on the box is silver. So I had to take that and paint it this blue. So I'm working on that now. As soon as I get those painted the same color as the body, then I can put them in. I didn't notice that. I also noticed today when I sat down and I was looking at this, and this is my mistake, but evidently the front windshield goes on in from the outside. All these windows go on from the inside, but the front window, according to the directions, is put on the body from the outside. And I've already glued it in. I'm sure I could pop it out because it'll probably fall out anyway. But I'm going to see what happens when I try to put the chassis in there. And if a chassis goes in there and there's no interference, I'm just going to leave it alone. Because you can't tell, it looks fine. So I don't know. I know I don't want to get glue all over the front of the car. So that's my fault. Oops, I got something right there. I got to clean up. But yeah, you know how it is. You work, 8-9 hours a day. You come home, your brain's a little foggy, and then you're like, yeah, I'll just pop that window in there and let it dry. Yeah, right. So I got the wings painted. This is a 2-piece. So that'll be put together. And this piece here is clear. So I've had to paint the red, which I used a spray Tamiya clear to do that. But these orange parts are done with the Tamiya orange, which one is this? This is X26 clear orange. I need to get a new bottle. I mean, actually this bottle was all gummed up. I had to put some of the Tamiya I had to put some of this in it to thin it out so I could even get it on the brush. But so now I'm going to do that, and then I'll paint these silver here, and then go around it. Well, I have to go around the stuff with a fine Sharpie. and then that should be ready to be installed on the body. And that's about it. I mean, here's the grill is ready. Here's the marker lights. Again, that's the Tamiya orange. And this is a part of the top that goes on top of the engine. I think it might be part of an air filter or something. It's a very odd part. But I looked it up online. I've got pictures of the engine. This is how it's painted, or these are the colors it is on the car. But I think once that's put on, it'll look better. There's wiper blades, door handles, license plates, you know, things of that nature, and then it'll be done. So right now, I'm literally waiting for the headlight buckets. I got to give the blue another coat, and then I have to clear it. And then I can put those in, and then I can put the marker lights in, and I think we'll try to pop it onto the chassis then and see what happens with the front window when I do that. But that's the update on that. I have been working on the ship a little bit in between the raindrops and the humidity. So I painted the landing pad for the helicopters. And I believe there is another part. This was painted. So I painted the orange on this one. I'll have to paint the green with a brush because I've got to get inside there, and there's just no way to mask that off really and get so. And it's not really that much, so I'll probably decanter the spray. The paint, the green paint for the deck, and do that with a brush. On this ship here, it has all these holes for the windows, but you like these two here on the top, you can see right through them. Which means you can see through these and then through the set on the other side of the ship. I mean, you can see right through the ship and it looked kind of weird. So I used this piece of sheet plastic, which I painted black on one side and then glued it in there so that it would, you know, black them out. So I've done that on several parts already that have windows in them. So I just think it looks better than being able to, you know, it's an illusion. It's a model. So if you can see through the window and all the way through the other side of the ship, it just doesn't jive. So but I think that's it. This place was painted also. This is the deck, and then I'll have to paint the orange around the sides, which is the ship itself. So but it's coming along. Like I say, in between the raindrops, and also it's so time consuming because there's two colors involved on almost every piece so far, except the hull, which had three pieces, you know, three colors involved. So that's where we're at on the kits. That's the update. I hope that the next video, if it doesn't explode on me here, I will have it done. And we'll have a really nice 959 to look at, not the ship. That's going to take longer. So if the weather holds on in the next couple days, I can finish up on the Porsche also. So that's where we're at. And stay tuned for another update on the Porsche later.